Hello and welcome back to the Pale Beyond. We are on week 15. There are some penguins. Let's listen to them. A small group of emperor penguins have waddled near to camp. Right. As they do. I mean, it's a common occurrence. I know. I look out the window and bloody emperor penguins everywhere. Everywhere. Not really, but it would be kind of funny. Startling, but funny. Good. Do I seem afraid of the sled dogs, that is? Well, are you? No. Have you ever owned a dog as a pet? No. My family does own several cats. I'll be more afraid of those clawed beasties before I fear the little pup. Suppose you're right. It also depends on what you're used to. Like, if you haven't grown up with dogs at all, and you haven't really been around dogs pretty much at all, well, if you start being around dogs, whether that's on your own volition or not, you're probably going to be a bit uncomfortable. You probably don't know what you're going to be doing. And yeah, that's just the way it is. Okay, Hammond, what do you have to say? That Kurt, he doesn't know what he's on about. Lost in his own little world he is. I think it's still 30 years ago. Man begged and pleaded even to be here, just to feel important. Yikes. Not holding back, are you? Let's see here. We have one with scurvy, one that is wounded. Wasn't there three people with yeah, there we go. That's the scurvy. Okay. So I need wounded and scurvy to go away, and preferably all of them this turn, this week. You, and you. But before I do that, I remembered I need to feed the hoosh pot. And I shall actually feed some spoiled rations, 2 of them. Like that. 2 of them gain malnourished. That's fine. Gain 12 extra food. That is what I was after. So important to do this kind of juggling. Getting free resources, which is basically what it is. Scurvy. It's malnourished. That's not bad enough. And the wounded. Oh, so good being able to put 3 people in here. Use one, get them out of here. Put 2 of you to make more. Basically gain that back that I used. Sorry if you could hear that. Hit the mic. By accident. Freezing. I think I'm going to do... How many are there that is freezing? 1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, let's do 1 of these. So I healed 1 of freezing because of the special effect of the elephant seal when used in the furnace. And then other than that, put 1 coal bag in. Just if I need to be able to do a full ration to not gain freezing, which probably won't be necessary to do. We have enough. Anyway, yeah, let's use you. All of the freezing are now healed, but no one is freezing. I have 2 people that is malnourished because I used 2 crates of spoiled rations. I have a decent amount of Crevita seal and like Emperor Penguin. I have a leopard seal just in case. I still have 3 elephant seals, which is actually quite good. Yikes. Not good. Like this fish, like these kind of fish are some of the worst things you can get. It is horrible. Anyway, I can't scout anything else. So I don't really need decorum. Like these research algae, like these research flags are good for decorum primarily. Let's send this away. And get something. Yep, let's take requests for the day. Yep. The Emperor Penguin waddles into the tent. Squawk. Templeton looks to you confused. Captain. He watches you carefully. And then it leaves. Mr. Zack? Captain, last week's ice fishing was quite a success. We were able to gather a decent haul with some patience. Good to hear. Thank you for providing the manpower. Some extra rations will certainly come in handy. True. Stanberry. Uff. Should you not be with your master dog? Please do not bother the captain. Apologies, sure. No doubt Stanberry smelled the scent of the latest catch on you. Latest catch? Some fish was added to the stores, I take it. Stanberry has quite a taste for it. Are you suggesting we feed it to the dogs? If you wish. I assure you they have enough to eat, though. I'm certain the pack would enjoy that, but we cannot allow them to grow spoiled. Come, Stanberry. Odd creatures. Humans are odder. Or more odd, as it's actually the grammatically correct way of saying it. Kurt? Captain, that Hammond has quite a temper on him. He's one to dig his heels in at any opportunity. We have enough time before winter. We should focus on hunting. We have been thinking it over, so I feel I should state my case one more time. Told you both I would think it over. Please respect my eventual decision. Very well, I'll take your suggestion under consideration. You intend to go behind Hammond's back? Don't bother me with this again. Very well, I will take your suggestion under consideration. Good puffs this just out as a smile forms on his face. I knew you'd see sense, Captain, sooner or later. I never said yes. I haven't said that I would do anything. Just that I would consider his suggestion, and that's it. It doesn't mean anything. It means literally nothing. An emperor penguin waddles into the tent. Squawk. Templeton looks unamused. Ridiculous. He watches you carefully. And leaves. Hammond. Captain, we need to talk about last week. I'm telling ye. We won't last if you don't hunker down for winter starting next week. Still think it over, Hammond. I will inform you on my decision. I will consider it, Hammond. We already spoke about this. Leave it be. I will consider it. Good. Won't be listening to that washed up old fool. Some easy loyalty points there from both of them. Come on in. An emperor penguin waddles into the tent. Squawk! Templeton looks at the bird begrudgingly. Shoo! Watches you carefully. Mr. Gloss. Captain, a truly urgent request. Well, perhaps not urgent, but well, when inspiration strikes. Collect yourself, Mr. Gloss. Right. Well, this is the perfect opportunity to write up a proper study on the birds of this region. I ask that some of the science team will be allowed this week to write up our findings. That may risk us losing the opportunity to harvest as many of them for resources as possible. All right. Yeah. Huh. No issue there, go ahead. Sorry, we need you for other tasks. I don't care. We're trying to survive, not write books. One to three. No issue there, go ahead. Thank you, Captain. The history books will smile on you for this. Yeah, I didn't really have enough researchers to do that, but that's fine. Finish requests. Yeah. You hear a baby penguin sneeze. Arf. Come, Stanberry. They're just curious of our presence here. Yes. You hear a long penguin call. It's still calling. It's still calling. Where penguins squawk. It's still sneezing. Still squawking. Ah, right. You notice penguin has made its way to the medical tent. No, you stay out of here. A new patient. This one's more ornery than the rest of the crew. It's pecking at my medical bag. I'm sorry, but you can't have what's in there. Ugh. Did you just apologize to the bird? Well, I don't know how you remove a penguin from your premises. Having trouble, Doctor? Oh, Captain, I could use a little assistance. It seems we have something of an unwelcome guest at camp. There are many more outside, you know. What? Okay, this shouldn't be an issue. Nutley gently grabs the bird by the sides. The squawking of the penguin ceases as he gingerly leads it out and the tent flaps. There, done. Good, now can you handle a rest in camp? 3 cheers for the triumphant Dr. Nutley. I do suppose I was getting worked up over a small issue. That's normal on the ice. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to grab as many shots of the colony as I can before they're gone. If our tent has another vicious bag-pecking intruder, let me know. Alright. Have I sent... I have, yes. I have sent all of the dog expeditions I can. Make a decision regarding the penguins. Assign crew to hunting the entire colony. Assign a team to hunting some of the colony. Right. Yeah, I am not sure. Because I need to hunt them. Like, I actually do, and the earlier I can do it, the better. I think. Wrong button. The thing is, how many? I have 1, 2, 3 people. 4 people. I have 4 people. I need 6. And that's 4. But for this one, yeah, I need 6 to just be able to, like, do it. Okay. Now the thing is, I think if I assign a team to hunt some of the colony, the rest that you don't hunt, like, runs away. So once you do this, it's gone. Like, it's not possible anymore. And I think, I do say think here, I could wait until next week to make the decision. I think. But I'm really not sure. I actually don't know. Let's call the crew for dinner and see what happens. The penguin colony moves on. Shit. Okay. So I needed to hunt it. You have that one window of opportunity. I'm actually going... This is bad. Missing that is really, really not good. So... I'm going to speed through this and the hoosh pot. I'm going to do the hoosh pot thing as I did because that is a good idea to do. Like that, and then go in here. I'm actually going to do go in here and do this one first. The med bay. And there we go, and use. And then I'm going to do this because it's really important to do. And then I have feed the furnace. Do this one to cure one. Feed. One like that. And then do this one. For one of you, that's enough to cure 2 people of freezing. There we go. And go in here and take requests. Going through this. Very well, I will take your suggestion. Hammond. I'll consider it. No issue there, go ahead. The one that I have. Finish requests. There we go. And now we're back to where we were, basically. And truffle. Many more outside, you know. 3 shares. There we go. So now being back to where we were, let's see what we can do. I really want to hunt all of them, like all of them. I want an infinite supply of them. So confirm. They got demoralized. Okay. We will deal with that. Those two were bickering again over dinner. Hammond and Kurt. Both of them are talking shite. Someone should talk to them. I know when a punch-up is brewing. Yeah, but it's also like, at this point, if it was possible to talk to them, and they were like were receivable of communication of that sort, it would have happened already. Arf. Hang up my dinner, are ye? Yeah, getting a sniff of this and running back to your master. Arf. Alright, just a bite. Oh my god, yeah. That is one of the most, like, funniest things. You really shouldn't be giving your dogs, for multiple reasons, but most, like, discipline reason mostly, but other reasons as well. You should be giving your dogs any food with it at the table. Like, just don't. I remember so clearly at one point my family has always had dogs. Always had dogs. And yeah, it was like, oh, it's going to be different this time. This time the no food at the table. Literally, like, I think the first week that wasn't kept anymore. and the dog still got food from the table. It's like anyway. They never got anything from me. To the point where the dogs learned that, yeah, there's no point in sitting at them beside him, because we're not getting anything from him. Like, ever. That was kind of fun, especially when it wasn't when it was time for me to actually give them something, which I did very rarely. And it's like, yeah, I had to call them because they didn't believe that I would actually give them anything. Kind of funny. Usually joked about that. Dogs. I love dogs. Too bad they're so bloody expensive. Anyway, let's listen to this. Reading something. Yes, a book on poetry. Can you read one? On poetry? Not of poetry, it's an analysis of the technique. Oh, I've always wanted to read. That's so. You wouldn't mind helping, would you? Suppose I could lend you a book. Something simple. Thank you. It's never too late to learn how to read. It's never too late to learn anything. It doesn't matter what it is, it's never too late. You can be 99 and still learn as if you were 5. There is a lot of people, especially when it comes to language, and I'm not sure why. There's a lot of people who say that, oh, you can't really learn as well if you learn as an adult as if you were a kid. It's like, that's not true. Now, there might be some barriers when it comes to familiarity and like you're used to things, but it's not actually harder. Like, you have the learning capacity that you have, and it can be better, it can be worse, depending on how used to it you are. But there is a notion that you cannot learn a language as well as an adult as if you were a child, or as when you were a child. It's like, that's not true. Yes, you're more of a sponge as a kid, just absorbing knowledge and things. But that doesn't mean it's harder or more difficult to learn as an adult. It's just it's not. Anyway, it's a bit tense these days, isn't it? Not surprised. Time's catching up to us, right? Oh, can't take another week looking out at nothing but the ice. Yeah. You really need to be careful, like in this kind of landscape. It's actually something you need to be really careful about is getting snow blindness and becoming like mad, like a lunatic because of the just everything is white. Or shades of white. That is a real thing, and it's something you need to be very careful about. Something these kind of expeditions ran into a lot. Anyway, seems Kurt and the Mole Man is still going at it. Not surprised. Chief doesn't bend in disagreements. Maybe he should. Simple apology will allow us to return to our work without issue. What makes you believe Hammond should be the one apologizing? Common sense? Yeah. None of them are wrong. Neither of them are correct either. I think the correct choice is somewhere in the middle. Nice dogs. Do you not have work to do, child? What are their names? The one you're petting? That's Maxwell. It's a person's name, isn't it? Are they all that boring? No. Animal names? Animals can have people names. Like, names that people have. Like, now you might want to pick a specific name, but I think dogs and cats is nowadays they have fairly normal names, not always, but in general it's fairly normal names. Horses, oh my god, if you don't know the naming scheme for horses, ooh, you're in for a treat. That is some bizarre names at times. Really bizarre. Like, it's sometimes you wonder if this is like a bad ad campaign, like project name, but for a horse. They can be really weird. They can also be pretty normal, but they can be really weird names for horses. Anyway, let's not chat around too much, extending the episode. Speak to Grimly. He stares at you before nodding to his sleeping bag. Okay. Oh, a good evening to you, Captain. Apologies for the distraction. I was enjoying a textbook. Oh my god. Gassy. I thought you would have read everything in your collection by now. I have. This is not my first peruse of this particular text. This was the first textbook I ever read when entering the field of botany. I'm more familiar with it, front to back. Still, it's more than beneficial to reacquaint myself with my field of expertise, particularly when I have spent such time now removed from it. Sometimes rereading a book makes you discover parts that you didn't the first time, so like and things that didn't stick properly the first time will the second, and so on. That's why if you read like a story, whether it's a novel or a short story or whatever, you will always discover new things, like nuances and details and twists and turns that you didn't really notice. Not so much didn't understand, but rather you didn't even notice them the first time. But the book requires to be that good to make you want to read it again. Which doesn't always happen. What caused you to pursue botany as a study? So would you recommend this text? I still find it odd that you were tasked as science officer in a frozen wasteland. What caused you to pursue botany as a study? Fascination with a class of life form that predates us by millennia and will survive us by millennia. Do you know why plant life interests me to this degree, Captain? Enlighten me. The plant's primary goal is to ensure the continued survival of the species. Yet the plant is stationary, vulnerable. What I find truly impressive is how they have developed to take advantage of their circumstance. They take advantage of the actions of others to ensure their own existence. Take your average apple tree, for instance. Birds come, they feast upon the fruit, and the seeds stored within scattered to the ground, ensuring another will grow. Quite ingenious a system, is it not? A form of life so seemingly simple has outsmarted just about every other species that would otherwise cause it harm. Yet not a single plant can survive out here. I think we have them beat there. Perhaps you should look into a different line of work. Tinned food companies don't seem to be your passion. They adapt as all things do. I don't see that as anything special. One could assume, but you would be mistaken. As I told you before, the Happerton Company carries ambitions much greater than a can of tinned peaches. I am proud to work with them. Well, I assume this topic is quite a bore for you. I won't keep you any longer, Captain. Well, I could afford that, but I don't want to do that too much. Sort of expected that was going to happen. Speak to Grimly. Right. Do me a favor, sure? If I don't make it back with the rest of you, take care of Grimly. Losing Hunt is one thing, but both of us. I'll try, Junior. I can promise you that. Hey, thanks. Make sure you set up well. He deserves that much at least. Both of them asking the other one to be saved. Was thinking, if I die, the crew's fucked. My work would be wasted if I end up going under. Captain, if I go, you better keep them alive. I'm not keen on dying for nothing. I promise you, Hammond, nothing you do will be in vain. If you die, I'm just as lost as the rest of them. Keep everyone alive, that includes you, Hammond. I promise you, Hammond, nothing you do will be in vain. Better not. I don't ask much, Captain. I ask ye that. Trust ye, better than most on ice. That was good. That was really good. No more losing things here. Captain, there is a matter I wish to bring to your attention. I intend to train one of the crew to handle a kennel in case well, if the worst should occur, I do not wish the crew left without a kennel master. A good idea, Cordell, but let us hope it doesn't come to that. Yeah, a good idea, but let us hope it doesn't come to that. Thank you, I will ensure someone suitable is chosen. But we will speak more on this later. This is your time of rest, correct? Okay, good. She is now loyal. That's good. Now I need to keep her loyal. I really need Hammond and Grimley to become loyal, but Grimley is he's a long way off. He is not close to being loyal. Mostly because I messed up along the way, but whatever. Been thinking, sure. If this expedition is indeed the end of the line for Kurt Darling, I wonder how they will speak of me when I fail to return. What will the newspapers say? I wouldn't worry about newspaper clippings I'll never get to read. That can mean two things. One, no one of us is getting back, so we won't be able to read them, so it doesn't matter. Or two, we will all get back, so there won't be anything to say regarding that failure to return, because you have returned, thus rendering everything moot and useless. They will herald your return and nothing more. Don't lose faith in the newspapers, but of your family. Yeah. I have a better idea what they would say, sure. And it's more troubling to think about. Funny, isn't it? No matter what you do in life, you never get to see your own legacy. I could afford that, that's fine. I think I've talked to everyone there now. Kurt and Mr. Hammond are still at odds, I see. Engineer and navigator butting heads. That's not a good sign, is it? They're smart men, Doctor. I'm sure they will reach a peaceful agreement in time. I would hope so. No need to worry, this will pass. Captain, I made a decision. I know enough of these expeditions. There is no guarantee I will return home. My writings are inside a case alongside Dr. Nutley's equipment. If the rest of you return to land without me, I want my writings to be published, finished, unfinished, published, finished, unfinished, it doesn't matter. I will make sure of that, cash, I promise. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. I'm only following this cruise story. Shouldn't die with me. Captain, there's something I want to ask of you. Something difficult. If If I don't make it back to land, someone will have to tell my family. Face to face. Not through a letter from the benefactor. And I wanted to come from someone I trust. Could you? Of course, as captain, it would be my duty. It's not your duty as captain. I know you don't have to do that. So, thank you. It would be a great favor. I trust you. Right. Two of them are demoralized. And it is the scientists that have already been put, so they will both, yeah, they will both like drain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many? You salvage a penguin carcass. Cold has kept the meat preserved. 3. 2, 3. Now, no. I haven't actually done this. Okay. Let's do this. We do you, and then we do you, and then we do one of you to gain as many of them as we can. Very important. The remaining 2 shall be put towards trying to scout. And I think I will do these 2 and these 2. Maybe not, I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see how we do. I always forget that it's not these arrows here, it's actually this one, this boat, house symbol, whatever you want to call it, in the middle. That's how you go back. I have used all of them. There is nothing else to do, so progress time. I think I need I could save as much as I possibly could by doing this. Because I'm starting to run low on fuel. Fuel is... like, if we take a look here, I have 3 coal bags left. Like, that's not a lot. I have only 1 flare left. And, yeah. It's food is actually kind of good. Now some of these actually pretty good as fuel as well. The Kirby to Seal, for example, is equally good in the furnace as in the hoosh, but yeah. I primarily want to use the sack of coal and the flare first. And I need to ration the fuels as much as I can at this point. I think what this means is 2 people will become freezing. I think the amount of people is displayed here, so that's 3, 2, 1, and this will heal 1 from freezing. It will cure 1 from freezing. But I don't want to go all the way down because it loses loyalty, which is not good. Oh yeah. Let's do that. It will cost me 20 decorum. That's fine. It progressed into scurvy. Progressed into scurvy. Okay, that's not good, but it's what it is. 10 decorum got lost. That's fine. 2 freezing. 1 malnourished. Okay, so the amount of symbols that is for people, that's how many that actually get freezing or malnourished. Good to know. That's good to know. So it's from that side, it's not random how many, but when you go on a sled hunt or something, it is random how many that will become freezing or whatever. Start next week. Let's see. We have 1 here that is malnourished and demolarized. 1 has scurvy. 2 has scurvy. Yeah. That's week 16, which is going to have to be the next episode, because this is, well, now the new week, so we are going to have to round up. Anyway, with that, we will see what we can do to actually continue without completely ruining our food rations and fuel rations, because oh my god, I'm going to have to be a bit careful. I cannot spend too much resources on fuel and food. I need to really preserve them as much as I can and finagle my way through removing freezing and malnourished and stuff through using the doctor and so on. And yeah, that's just the way I'm going to have to juggle it. So, with that, we are going to round off here. And yeah, just like the video, you know, all of that. Subscribe to the channel, and maybe if you're feeling chatty, type something down below and in a comment. So, that is something you can do, but that is entirely up to you. If you decide to do any of those things, that would be super awesome and nice if you did. So, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.